Hey guys, welcome back to Resistance Chicks. We're your hosts, Leah and Michelle. Today is the 13th of October, 2019. It's election day in Poland.
It is.
We're really excited about that. See what's gonna transpire there and
Yes.
and see if anything fun. I think it is going to be a little, from what little tiny research I did, it looks like, see, no fighting. We have dogs again. It looks like we might see more populist movements there. It's continuing to grow like a wildfire, and I think it's so awesome.
It is. It is, definitely. So what is going on?
I'm probably gonna have to take that whole basket upstairs. Let me
all
right.
That was
you do your thing.
Okay.
We have dogs here, and I thought, let's bring some chews down. Well, we've got one dog that does not that thinks they all belong to her.
She takes them all. All right, so Poland is at the polls today. Welcome to all of our Polish viewers. We're excited to meet with you yet again, our Polish patriots. Poland has held the line when it comes to mass migration, when it comes to standing up to the European Union, when it comes to family values, when it comes to Christianity, and it's from their spirit. The stuff that I've got all kinds of books down here. Y'all have sent me so much. So I have a Polish hussar that y'all sent me. All right, so I even have a Polish flag here somewhere. Y'all are really proud of your country, and what you don't want to see happen is, from what I'm gathering from our Polish viewers, is you don't want to lose your country yet again. You like your identity. You like who you are. You're proud of it. I've got, when Michelle comes up, I'll have her bring up the art book. Your history goes back so far, so deep. And what you're saying is, from what I understand, we don't want this guy, one guy, or in his minions of globalists to reshape your region, to reshape your country. Now, things change naturally on their own. That's one thing. But things aren't changing naturally on their own. And that is what makes you stand so tall and so strong. And that is why the right-leaning Polish PAS party has been in power. The question is, will they retain power as Poland goes to the polls today? One of our favorite Polish politicians who does not split hairs, he says it like he is, it says it like it is Dominik Tarczyński. And I want to read, because he has an interview here with Breitbart, and I would just kind of read some snippets here. The idea is that it's these master globalists and George Soros in particular. Some snippets that I did not know about George Soros were in this article, and I was, my head went a little bit tilt. Now, let's see. The left liberal establishment is attacking Poland's conservative government. They are the onslaught of the European Union and the liberals against Poland's right-leaning conservative government is intense. But what you have going for you in Poland is the gospel of Jesus Christ and family values. Poland's conservative government had national elections on Sunday because its success damages the Soros plan, says Polish lawmaker Dominik Tarczyński. Hope I'm saying that right. In an exclusive interview with Breitbart News, the outspoken Polish parliamentarian said it was obvious that the international interest in his country's elections. Why? Here's the thing. How come George Soros, who is Hungarian, by the way, is allowed to meddle in anybody's elections, even Hungary's elections?
Right.
He thinks that he is God. There's excerpts from his book in 1987 called The Alchemy of Finance, and they did not know this. This is an excerpt from his own book that said from himself, says, I always harbored an exaggerated view of myself importance and fancied myself as some kind of god from an early age. My sense of reality was strong enough to make me realize that these expectations were excessive, and I kept them hidden like a guilty secret. He said, revealing that this was a source of considerable unhappiness through much of my adult life. But as he made his way in the world and acquired a vast fortune, reality came close enough to my fantasy to allow me to admit my secret, at least to myself.
Reality came close enough to his fantasy of being a godlike creature that then it was okay to admit that he had these thoughts within himself. That's scary.
It is. So you have the pro-sovereignty, anti-mass migration agenda, far from socialism, far from neoliberalism, far from the Soros plan. He wants to be the master of puppets. He wants to rule the world. It might sound crazy, but obviously from George Soros' own mouth, it's not crazy. He felt he was a god from a child. He has a Hitler mindset. Torczynski insisted, referring to billionaire George Soros, the Soros-endorsed efforts by the European Union to redistribute migrants throughout the continent via compulsory quotas, which Poland's left liberal opposition forum, the Civic Platform, or the PO, now the Civic Coalition, signed up to in 2015 while it was still in government, only for the PIS to sweep them out of office weeks later and refuse to implement them.
Wow.
Soros' supporters have long claimed he's merely a wealthy philanthropist. No way. Okay. So the money Soros is investing, this is what Dominique says, let's use the word investing in Europe, in Poland. It's so huge. They want to rule us. They want to own us. They know that if they will be defeated, they know that they will be defeated in Poland, and they will be, and the whole plan will be damaged. It's so sad. The leftists throughout the ages, not years, not decades, ages, because they were always present in some form. They were always against identity, against family, and against values. Basically people kind of want to just eat, drink, and buy products are easier to control. Okay, the left's establishment desire for control, he suggested, stem from their perception they're elites, they're better, they're more educated. And this goes back to the Prussian form of education, where they took the elite children and they trained them in critical thinking, they trained them in leadership, they trained them in being able to think for themselves. And all these people at the top, they have dominion over their lives, right? And they feel like, just like in like a Hunger Games situation, that they are the elitists. They've been trained this way in schools, that they don't go to the public schools, right? To be these leaders, but basically rule everybody.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I had an echo.
Okay.
Sorry.
So these October 14th elections are about the Poles asserting their identity, he concluded, comparing the modern left to the communists of old, who held sway in Poland under Soviet patronage for decades during the Cold War. The communists used to fight us against the family, the church, and national identity. We are now getting our dignity back as Christians, as Poles, as Europeans, and they don't want us to take this dignity back. They don't want us to win, but we have to fight for our Christian roots. We have to fight for our Christian culture, for the principles of Roman law and Greek philosophers. This is what they hate. They hate values, they hate virtues, and they are fighting for values and virtues. We are fighting for values and virtues, and they don't like it. Oh my,
actually, I think this is yours. I think mine's upstairs.
Awesome. But that's not going to happen.
This is
we are
my
going
Poland,
to save
US flag
Europe,
pin. Here,
and
wait.
I'm serious about it.
Keep reading. I'm gonna show 'em. Isn't that cute? One of our Polish viewers sent that.
So I'm not exactly sure if my Polish viewers can tell me. I hear October 13th, October 14th for the elections. I think they're today. So the Law and Justice Party is kind of on the brink here. You do have some, from what I'm understanding, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, when I'm reading, the leftist parties are making a little headway, because there has been, as in a lot of governments, some corruption in even the PIS party, but it's the people behind it that they're the ones who are leading this movement. He says we have to beat them, the globalists, in this election. Politically, they know that we are in a very strong alliance with Trump. Poland and Hungary will take over politically in Europe from Germany and France, I believe, and then we're going to support Mr. Trump, the lawmaker predicted, giving a sense of international stakes for this self-proclaimed centrists who currently hold sway in the European Union centers of power, and for their political fellow travelers on the American left. There are over 15 million Poles in the U.S., and in huge numbers, they will support Mr. Trump. So this is a huge political game. He said, underlying the left's fear of having pro-borders, pro-sovereignty governments on both sides of the Atlantic, with leading centrists such as Macron and Angela Merkel squeezed between them, but they're radical.
Did we just say centrists?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sorry.
They're afraid of what will happen if Mr. Trump will win 2020, and he will win. I'm absolutely sure of that, he says. In late 2018, the Polish ambassador to the United States and U.S. ambassador to Poland penned a joint article declaring relations between the two countries were stronger than ever.
Speaking of which,
the
I mean, we
shared
have
outlook
this
of the Trump administration and the law and justice government on so many issues.
the travel thing that Trump signed in. That's very technical of me to describe, but we now have free travel, visa-free travel.
Did we cover that?
From Poland
I think we did
to
a little
Poland.
bit. Polish viewers, you now have visa-free travel. We have visa-free travel. We have this travel agreement. If you're from Poland and you want to visit here, or you want to work here,
Right.
you can just come visa-free. That's amazing. That's
I know,
huge.
it is.
They're playing now. And then since then, the Polish government has invited American forces based in a Germany hostile to Trump. And delinquent in its NATO spending to relocate to Poland. And so Poland is building this multi-million-dollar base, and those troops are actually going to be positioned in Poland now.
Which Poland is actually really excited about.
Yeah, they've been trying to get this for many, many decades, and I got it for the Polish people in honor of the Polish people in the United States and in Poland, Trump said at the time. So let me think I've got another article on this Polish elections here. I got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Sweden today, Denmark, and Extinction Rebellion, which is absolutely hilarious. Some of the videos I can't show you because they're downright naked.
We've got Jacob. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce your last name. That says greetings from Poland.
Hey,
so
guys.
It's always good to have our Polish viewers here.
So I'm going to bring this up again because I have to find my article here. Polish elections, exclusive. Well, actually, there was another one. There was another article. Where's the other one? Because Breitbart, if you guys want to follow world news, go to Breitbart London or Breitbart/Europe.
Jacob says that he voted for the Freedom Party.
The Freedom Party. Is that different than the Polish? You're going to have to explain that to us. Is that the PIS party? I know we're on a little bit of lag here.
Oh, the 30-second lag, yes. Streaky Bacon says, hi, Leah and Michelle from Wales.
Hello, Wales. All right. I'm hoping that we can get some of this in English here.
Law and Justice, PIS.
Yeah, okay. There you go. So, I'm trying to get some updated results. I think Twitter's not helping.
So, Leslie on Facebook says, the Polish told them to shove their terrorist migrants. Hungary also said no to the migrants. And Greece.
All right, so we're just going to go.
Jim West says he's in Poland for 3 days. What? You're just there for 3 days?
During the elections?
Jim's from the UK.
Okay, I'm going to turn this on.
So, leaving one country fighting over elections to go to another, he says. Jacob says Freedom Party has a leader called Janusz Korwin-Mikke. That I know I didn't say that right. I'm so sorry. He is legendary in the EU Parliament. Interesting.
So I'm trying to see. It does say that they're expected to win. I guess I will go ahead and.
Recent polls indicate that the ruling Law and Justice Party will once again prove to be the winner. In recent years, Poland has taken a turn.
I'm really winning today. Everything is winning. My things won't play.
Well, for some reason, this
more
isn't.
conservative politics.
Or maybe yours
the
just
ruling
doesn't.
Law and Justice Party is leading the polls ahead of Sunday's vote,
Yeah,
despite the
fucked up,
growing
right?
divide in society over abortion and gay rights. In 2015, the Law and Justice Party won the first outright majority since the fall of communism.
No, it's
Polls
in
suggest
Chinese.
it may well continue to govern the country
kinda
alone, but smaller parties
it's in
are making
Chinese.
gains.
What will be most interesting
No, it's not working.
Okay.
No, this.
on the election evening is what will be the position of the fourth and fifth parties, because it can determine who will be able to build the majority after the election.
Poland has been pushed to the right As the ruling party clamped down on press freedoms and some of the checks and balances on power, which not everyone agrees with.
We want a Poland that is
So I
open,
do want to make
modern,
that out
and
because
tolerant.
what we're hearing is that the Polish party is anti-democratic. The Polish Freedom Party is not democratic, and that they're putting a crackdown on the checks and balances in the government. And what we've heard from our Polish friends is that actually they have been ousting out communist judges that have been in there since the days of communism. And the way
Right.
the EU portrays this is, they're ousting out, they're trying to take over the judicial system.
Now,
But they're
so
trying to clean up the system.
Jacob says the problem with the PIS, the Law and Justice Party, is that they are socialists, and it completely contradicts with his libertarian views.
And I
you're
do
gonna
want to
have
make
that.
I did want to, when we talk about right, left, and center, people laugh when we talk about Angela Merkel being centrist because they're so far left. They're right. The PIS party is a socialist party. They have implemented a lot of social programs.
Right.
Some of them being, I felt, good in the wake of things, which they have family credits and credits for moms and for encouraging them to stay at home.
Any
There's
truly conservative
parties in
parties
all of Europe
that have a standing. I'm sure
Yeah,
they obviously
exactly.
exist, but that have a foothold like these other parties. I don't think so.
No.
I mean,
No, even Salvini is it has socialist principles,
Right.
and that's how they get the
well,
votes.
even the Conservative Party in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
they are, I mean, it's like socialist. It's kind of like this. We have a burner upstairs on our gas stove,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called the Power Boil burner. Now, I do this occasionally too, but I'm going to pick on Leah specifically for this exercise. Power boil. So when you're doing a stove, you all know, I'll do this facing you guys. High is all the way up here and low is over here. But with the power boil, high is here, the highest to get the water to boil, and then actual high is right here. Okay? This is still as high as the highest of the other burners, but because we have this power boil added, there it is right in the middle. And so you get confused and you're trying to just cook something regular on medium and you don't realize you've got it on high. That's what we have with the political system. We have a power boil over in Europe of straight up hardcore communism that's legit, that is considerable.
Right.
It's okay to be a communist. And so then we have the centrists like Merkel right there in the center when they're not really in the center. It's just because the power boil got in the way and skewed the rest of it.
So the PAS is polling, I think, between 42 and actually 45%. We won't know the results of the election that is today until later on this week. So we will be sure to bring that to you.
But, I mean, these are surveys. That's percentage of votes. Okay, that's what you said. Never mind.
Those
not
are
results.
polls.
Are they polls?
This is a poll.
Okay, good.
Okay. So wherever you're at, whether you're in Poland, or you're in Italy, or you're in the UK, or you're in Scotland, or you're in Wales. I know they're all the same, but you know.
They're not. They're very different.
You're in Canada, eh? You're, Siberia. They got internet out there, maybe? Hello, Siberia. I would love some Russians to watch us over here. China, if you can get through. Hong Kong. Australia, mate. You know, we didn't cover Australia. We could have. Call on him.
Yeah.
He will help see this through. Hong Kongers, call on him. UKers, call on the Lord, man. It's what y'all need to do. Okay? You know you need to do it. Do it. Canadians, I know you're so polite, and I know you go to God and you're like, hey, God, can you help me? Yes, he can help you. Call on the Lord. Okay? Wow. What are you in Hawaii? Call on the Lord Jesus Christ. He wants to be with you. He wants in Mexico, man. Just call on the Jesus. Mary, whatever. Call on Jesus, right? Okay? Call on the Lord. He will help see you through whatever trials or tribulations you're going through. Allow the Holy Spirit, we've been talking about, to flow through you. We're seeing a move. We're seeing a push. Yes, I bring you news and this and that and this and that. We're trying to show you the angles where God is moving. That we're trying to show you history and present and future events through the lens of the gospel, through the lens of what is God doing around the world. Okay, right. So call on the Lord, and we are an army. We are never marching the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly over the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. That was kind of a chipmunk version of our. How fast can you sing?
Maia put wellbuilders.com on there for me, so thank you for that, Maia. It's a fascinating. I haven't even finished it yet. It's been fascinating to me.
Why don't you tell me about this? It sounds like something good to download and listen to while I'm walking.
Yeah, well, I just got it this morning.
I don't know if I want to think
David
about
posted
the
it on Facebook. You can be following Wellbuilders on
cannibal up
Facebook.
on that wall. On the shelf. The cannibal.
Oh, yeah. Dog eating dog.
It's a dog world.
It is a dog eat dog world. Streaky Bacon says, I like these crazy chicks so much. Well, guess what? We like you too. We are so thankful that you guys are here.
Bacon.
Marbleized. We had ribs last night from our Cooney pigs, and they were delicious. I slow cooked them in the oven for like ever, and they were delicious.
That kind of makes me feel like a cannibal.
Because you're a pig?
Because I'm eating these bones.
Okay. Well, no, because then you'll
we
go
have to
all
make
vegetarian.
light of it. Okay. I'm just sometimes we start to do this. I start to get sick and I start to go.
We have to talk about cannibals.
And then I sing a song and then we're back and I just try to like
remember.
I'm not there. I'm not in 1492. I'm in 1620. That's what it's
right. All right, so we're literally going to sign off right now.
That song.
Thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys so much. We're so thankful that you're here. Please leave comments after the video. I have great fun going back and looking at them. Britt Baza says, Michelle, is your deck finished now? Yes, it is. We have one minor thing we need to do for that squeaky board. We need to go around and do all those.
A little bit of paint,
and a little bit of paint underneath,
and then
it'll
it's
be
done.
And
yes,
we do need to do that video to show you guys the deck.
But
but your plaque
the
to
plaque
Grandma Marilyn is up. We did that for her commemorative party on September 9th, which was her birthday, or 8th.
It makes it look so special.
It does. It is really special. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. We'll be back on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekly roundup. And perhaps tomorrow we have a lot to do. Or not a lot to do. Well, we do have a lot to do, but we have a lot to cover tomorrow because Britt Baza says, can you cover the Queen's speech? I don't know if we're going to get around to doing that or not, but okay, I'm rambling at this point and we need to go. But it's just because I hate to leave you.
But I really must say, good night.
Exactly. Good night,
You're up,
sweet
good night.
YouTube and Resistance Chicks family.
It is good night over there.
Yeah, exactly. Bye, guys.
I was cold all alone.